Hi, I'm Sophia, and I'm going to tell you about my life with music. So, if you need convincing that I love music, look at this shit. Boom, tattoo. This is my heartbeat, and then it's a little double eighth note to show that it's, my life, and there's a little heart at the end. And the quote says, "When words fail, music speaks," and I feel like it resonates with me a lot. So, fun fact, I actually got this when I was 16 because my mom let me get it. My cousin did it for me. He's a professional tattoo artist, but she believed that my passion for music was so real that she had no doubt that I didn't want this tattoo, and she knew I wouldn't regret it later, so she let me get it. So, my first memory with music would have to be when I was in the car with my sister and she was driving. I was pretty young at the time, around like 13-ish, and Payphone by Maroon 5 came on, and I started singing it. And at the end of the song, she turned down the radio, and she was like, "You have a really good voice, right?" And I was like, "Oh, thank you." And this is just when I started getting into music. And then she told me, "You can do something with that, right? Like, if you want to pursue it." And I was like, "Oh, that's really cool." And that was like, then that kind of opened my eyes into realizing that music could be a path for me. And it was the first time I really thought about pursuing it. This is my first keyboard ever, my first electric keyboard. 48 keys. It's a Yamaha. It's a very good brand. This is if you want to come a little closer, I'll show you a little bit more in depth about it. This is the volume, the power button, you just hold that. The metronome, you can adjust the tempo with these two buttons, and then these are the sounds it has. So whichever light it's on is the column it's on. You can record stuff. You push this button, you play it, then you press record again, and it has it recorded. I actually have something recorded right now. It's a little something I'm working on. Yeah, and it's just a really good beginner keyboard. So the person who really pushed me to keep trying with music was my grandpa. He would encourage me by coming to my band concerts, my choir concerts, and helping me into entering other competitions. And he actually, when I told him that I wanted to pursue music, he went out of his way and got me my first piano. So this is the first piano I learned how to play on. This is where I played by ear and stuff. It's pretty old, so it's kind of hard to move. And then we got our letters on here, so you know how to play it. Okay, and I would put my sheet music up here as I was learning. And then when you're done, you just cover it back up. That's my first piano. So this is my first personally owned flute ever. My first flute was owned by my high school. Here it is. This is the body, the foot, and the mouth of it. So let's again play a little something. Music has influenced my life and decisions very drastically. Back in high school, I would base my classes off of music, so I was in band and choir, including going to after-school activities with music. I would also go to state competitions, and these days when I hang out with my friends, instead of just hanging out, we like to write music, and I like to use my songbook, my first songbook ever, and we like to write down ideas, any thoughts or phrases we're thinking of, and when we're done, we like to take it into the studio. So now that I have the ability to play and sing at a high level, it feels very satisfying. In the beginning of my journey with music, I could barely write or play, and I actually only played by ear. And now I'm at this point in my life where I can fully understand the music theory behind it and not just play. And also I can perform and sing at the same time. and it's just the most rewarding feeling ever for a musician. So before this is all over, I want to share with you a really special song. It was my first song ever. I played it all by ear, none of it's written down, and I wrote it for my grandpa, who was my biggest influence but has since passed away. So follow me. Have you ever felt the rain on your face? It's like a million kisses without all the pain. You never know when that rain is gonna go away, 'cause something good just never stays. Like who I wish I was, who I want to be, what could have been, but you'll never